De Tech Insider podcast wordt mede mogelijk gemaakt door No Monkey Business, experts in tech M&A en PSOhub, de all-in-one premium project management tool. Dit is Tech Insider. Alles over Nederlandse tech en techbedrijven. Hier is je host, serial tech entrepreneur Martijn van der Hoeden.
Hi guys and welcome to the show, and we have today for you an English version. Dus vandaag een Engelse versie because we have an English speaking guest and that's Julie Bennett. So welcome to Tech Insider. It's grey here at the Vondelpark. It's a little bit cold. The flu is going around, but we are still going strong. And Julie Bennett is our guest Customer Success Director of PSOhub, a project management solution in the cloud. Julie, how was your trip to Amsterdam?
Oh, fantastic. I do live in Amsterdam, so I took the bike and that was it. Here I am, 10 minutes later. Yeah.
Okay. So in the neighborhood or somewhere? Or?
Plantage.
Oh, the Plantage,
yes.
near Artis. So you hear the lions every day.
I do. And I see the giraffes.
Okay, great. So today for you we have a fantastic show. We have, of course, our How Was Your Week? We have tech news. We have the topic of the week, and that's the impact of customer success on your tech company. And we have our inbox, but we start with How was your month?
Tech Insider, hoe was jouw maand?
So Julie, before we start, a little bit more about you. You are the Customer Success Director of PSOhub. Tell me a little bit about your career and when did you start in tech and how did that all go?
It's a funny story because I never thought I would be in the tech industry in my life. But here I am today. Been doing this for almost 25 years. So it's still going strong. I ended up, because of my career path, I ended up working, implementing SAP, which is a big ERP software.
Yeah, that's really a giant solution, right?
Yes, indeed.
And you did it in which company?
I was working at Cirque du Soleil at the time, so it was a worldwide...
Canadian, one of the bigger Canadian entertainment companies,
yes,
I think, of the world, right?
Yes, indeed, yeah. So
and you're Canadian yourself?
I am Canadian myself, French-speaking Canadian.
Okay.
Mijn moedertaal is Frans.
Okay. But je spreekt ook een beetje Nederlands?
Ja, klein beetje.
Okay. And so implementing SAP worldwide for Cirque du Soleil, it's quite a journey, right?
Yes, it was quite, different... it's a different trip, if you will. So it's, artists and employees working at Cirque du Soleil. It's not your typical consultancy firm, if you will. So you need to be able to understand what change management is. You need to be able to understand what how the users will perceive that new software in their life. What changes it will bring.
So it's a little bit customer success, but then internal focus.
Absolutely. It is customer success internally.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And from there, you jumped to another ship.
Yes, yeah. And then I ended up being an independent contractor, and then I was hired as a project manager to implement a project management software. And then I ended up implementing Assistance PSO, which was a project management solution that came from the Netherlands, actually.
Yes.
And that was, this is a grandfather, basically, of PSOhub. And that's how I started with knowing that software, that solution. Great software. I'm still here today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And now living in Amsterdam.
Correct.
Still enjoying the expat tax break, or is that
no, that ship
has sailed?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And just very shortly about PSO, that's I looked at the website, all-in-one project management solution.
Correct.
So what does it entail?
Oh, it's a complete. We call it all-in-one because it's a complete platinum, I would say, project management solution. So we go from funnel to cash, so from a quote to the project tracking, profitability. The execution of a project via tasks. We also have resource management, a fantastic module. And then we have time and expense entry and also invoicing. And we integrate with all kinds of accounting software. So it's a complete solution. So it's a one place for an organization to live, basically.
And it's an international platform,
It is, absolutely.
Right?
We have clients in Australia, we have clients in California, we have clients in all across Europe and all across North America.
Okay. Yep. So the language within the company is also English then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay, great. Now, thank you so much for being here. And
my pleasure.
Now we're going to talk a little bit about our next topic, and that's the tech news.
Tech Insider Nieuws.
Yes, guys, and there's a lot going on in the tech industry, also starting the new year. First of all, when we look at the European M&A world in tech, but in general in M&A world in tech, published by Epsilon, an independent research institute, we see that the multiple on the EBITDA is increasing, and that's of course a good story for everybody and every tech company that has the ambition to sell its company this year. So we are now at 9.8 times EBITDA. Of course, depending on your companies, is a general number. This is not only focused on the tech industry. In general, EBITDA multiple is now 9.8 times EBITDA. So that is basically the enterprise value when we look at all the transactions of the last quarter of 2024, and that is really increased from around 8 to 9.8. So that's a pretty high increase. When we focus then a little bit more on the SaaS Capital Index, that's also increased from 6.5 to 7.3. So that multiple is basically the 7.3 multiple based on annual recurring revenue. So this multiple is really focused on SaaS, the SaaS industry. So all in all, we see that all the numbers are increasing, the value of the companies are going up. The tech industry is booming, right?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. I think it's a must.
Yes.
Yep.
So also at PSOhub, it's the new leads are coming in and the company is growing. Eh?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's very.
I think
very
triple
nice to
digit.
see.
I read.
Yes,
that,
actually, yes, that is true. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you see the same trend basically
absolutely.
at PSOhub.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So post-COVID,
we started in COVID.
Yes, PSOhub started in the COVID
it was
time.
just amazing. We thought, okay, will this work? We're right in the middle of
this epidemic.
Yeah, epidemic. So, but actually, it's quite the opposite that happened, because people understood that you need to have that one place that is, all in one. That we need to have those silos. They don't work anymore.
No.
You need to have a solution that is capable of providing you with real-time data, all integrated into one place, and it's a must, basically.
Yeah, and we see also in general, I think, in the tech industry that in this new AI era that we are in, that the sky is the limit, and everybody is basically embracing. All the tech companies are embracing the AI technology.
Yes.
And how that can improve businesses, how that can improve efficiency. But you need to, also PSOhub is investing quite a lot in this. And you guys doing this with as partnering with Google.
Correct, that is correct.
With Gemini, right?
Yeah, we just started. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and of course, AI platforms and the launch of new AI platforms are happening also every day. And of course, one of the big AI new platforms that is launched to the broader audience is DeepSeek from the Chinese guys, right? And what we see in het Financieel Dagblad is basically the Financial Times of the Netherlands. We see that the Dutch government and everybody working in the Dutch government is prohibited they cannot work in DeepSeek.
Because of the origin.
You never know what happens with what you're asking in your content and where that ends up. And I also think in general, everybody needs to be aware, if you use OpenAI or Gemini or DeepSeek or whatever you use, don't put your top secrets in there, right? Because it goes somewhere, and you never know. You don't know who has access to that data,
correct.
right?
Yeah. Yes.
But it's basically you're publishing your data.
Correct. Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
I don't think they do. Absolutely not. And especially if the new generation that they're completely into, sharing in all the time. I don't think they realize that either.
Yeah.
For them, it's natural.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw on your website in your AI statement that when you push stuff to AI and leveraging Gemini, you also look after the privacy of the database.
Oh,
right?
You have to, absolutely. Yeah,
so the data of your clients are not.
No.
It's anonymous. It's
correct. Yes. That's super important. Yeah.
Crypted, anonymous, and then then you're leveraging the agent, but you're not just pushing all the data to an
correct.
Also not to Gemini.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
that's super important, actually.
Yeah. So privacy is important.
It's key for us.
Yeah. And the last news item we have, it's a little bit Dutch proud. We have, of course, here in the Netherlands, in the region Eindhoven, ASML, the manufacturer of chips, right? And they make machines that create chips, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So we are at the source of everything in the Netherlands.
Yes.
If we don't have the machines that can create chips, then there are no chips. If there are no chips, there are no computers. If there are no computers, there's no AI, right? So
correct.
So the impact of ASML worldwide is super big. and also because of the great demand of all kinds of AI functionalities, and you need a lot of power, you need a lot of computer power, you need a lot of chips. So you see also that the shares of ASML are
going up.
Yeah, increasing tremendously, 11%.
Wow.
Yeah, 11% increased, and they have a 7 billion order intake in the last quarter only on making new machines to create chips, and also of course chips that can handle AI very well. So ASML is doing very well as well. So we're pretty proud as
it is
as
very
Dutch,
impressive.
Yeah, that we create machines that create chips. And
the Dutch, huh?
So with this we go to the topic of the month.
Tech Insider topic.
Yeah, so today and in this Tech Insider, we're going to talk about computer success, customer success, and the impact on your tech company. And in a lot of cases, we see in tech companies that every tech software company, they have support, right? Mm-hmm. That's pretty normal. To support the users, to support the end users with stuff that's going on, if they have questions, if they have problems, whatever. But in your vision, what is the difference between support and customer success?
I think that, it's not, some points are quite, it's shared, if you will. It's important that the support is, of course, the front end of the when the user comes in and needs some help. It's important that the support is there to help, right? So that's quite important. Customer success is we go one step further, as we give you help, but we also guide you, if you will. We show you how to make the most out of the software per se. So we want to make sure that whatever goal you have in mind, that you will be able to achieve it with the software. So support is really, I'm helping you putting to solve a problem, but with customer success, we go one step further. We want to make sure that the path that you've chosen is correct, and we guide you into how to leverage the solution per se.
So could you say that support is a part of the customer success cycle of services?
Absolutely,
then?
It's part of it, definitely. Yeah.
And is customer success then more proactive than support?
Yes, of course, because we reach out to our clients, to our users. Absolutely, yeah.
When I had a tech company in the past, a long time ago, in the 90s, we just had a support desk, and people could, just give us a call if there was a problem or a bug, and we helped them.
That was it. Yeah.
We helped them as good as we could. But when you look at customer success, it's not a buzzword only, right? It's really an umbrella of services that you can have under customer success.
Yes, absolutely. So you have different area, if you will, in the sense that customer support, of course, is very important, because if you have a problem, you get there and you get help. But also we help people implement the software, but not only implement, but also grow with the software as well. So as we launch new releases, then we want to make sure that our clients are aware of those new releases. So we actually reach out to them and say, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? We think that this would be useful for you guys. We talk about business processes as well, how to, make it more efficient in your own organization based on best practice. And that's what the solution offers as well. So we are really, we guide them basically with regards to how to leverage the software, but also how to better work, be more efficient within their own organization. So support is important because we solve little problems, quote unquote. Yeah. But customer success is really the key word here is success. We want to make sure that whatever that we want you to achieve your goals.
As a customer, as an end user.
As a customer, as an end user, absolutely. Yeah.
So you need to listen a lot to what they want to achieve, right?
Yeah, but
instead of just firing all kinds of features.
Correct. Well, yeah, but that's actually true.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of tech companies do. I see that also when I get a demo, for example. I'm looking for A, and I get A, B, C, and D, and I think, okay, I was already happy with A, so why are you showing me all the rest?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. I would say also that I think that a lot of companies they claim that they have customer success as well and or support, and of course they do. But I think that the people behind customer success, the people that you're talking to, are also very important. We have mature, we have experienced people, we have people that care, and that's also very important. And you see that with our customers because they're very, very happy with us. We're not just starting. We know the business. We know how to work with the system. We know also how to make their organizations better, work better. So that makes also a difference. It's not just do this or do that. It's explaining why you need to do this and why you need to change the way you work, for example. What is best practice and why is it best practice? So it's really guidance, if you will, that we give.
So it's also
clients.
basically translating what the customer wants to achieve into what PSOhub in this case can handle.
Yeah. But also sometimes the customer thinks one way, and we make the customer see, well, if you work that way, this is what you get on top of that. So, that's that plus, that added value that we give to the customer. That's also very important.
Yeah, so it's not just a solution with features, but there's also
the vision
behind it that you can basically, that your customers can benefit from, so to speak.
I would tell you that we have customers that started from the very early stage, and they've grown with us in the sense that, they first start with, okay, we'll just do this. And then as we launch the new features and we reach out to them, they see, now I can do this. Well, that will bring me there. So we have clients evolving with us, and that's very, very nice.
Yeah, but what also is a challenge I remember from my past is that the tech evolution goes so fast.
Yes, that they can't keep up
exactly,
with it. Yeah.
Exactly. So and I see it also when I use now, for example, a podcast tool, and I get all those updates that you have this.
You don't
and
read,
this.
do you? Yeah.
I don't read them. I don't read those newsletters.
Exactly.
But basically, it's very hard to adapt to new technology if you are not aware what the technology can bring to you. Right?
Correct.
So it's also from that perspective, it's an educational job, I think.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes because people are busy with their work. And they sometimes...
And their work is not tracking projects or time. That's not their work, right?
Exactly.
It's just a tool.
It's a tool that they're using. So they think they're doing fine, but we know, if they would be using this, that would cut off on their admin time, for example, and get them where they want to be faster.
Yeah. So as at PSOhub, of course, it's a scale up now, I think, right?
Yes.
You guys are growing super fast. And
we are.
You are, I think, 3-4 years in business now.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
4 years now. And but from the start, I think you guys invested already in a customer success team, right?
Absolutely. That was key. That was key. I really believe, I'm a firm believer that you need to have this in place. It's necessary. You cannot just launch and good luck, Charlie. That doesn't work that way.
No, you have a lot of tech companies. They are originated from a couple of smart developers, and then the support is done by the developer when the shit hit the fan. But that's it, basically. But the vision of PSOhub is different from that perspective.
It is. We really care. I know it sounds tacky, but we really care.
Yeah,
it's important for us.
So, what is the importance of documentation?
Documentation is very important because we want to be able to support customers at their own time and pace. So that means that we don't want them to be reliable on, or to rely on the fact that maybe we're busy with already addressing something with a customer. So I want them to be able to just go in and dive into the academy, for example, and get the answers they're looking for right there.
Academy, what is that?
So the academy is, we have courses that are accessible online.
Okay.
And you go in and then you just do, they group by subjects, if you will. You go in and then if you have a question, you can type it and you can get your answer documented. And we also have...
people can search in the knowledge base.
Yeah, and if they're looking for something specific, we actually have articles, knowledge base articles. And in there we also have what we call the story lanes, which are little short videos, if you will, that really
that's a third-party tool, right?
But we integrate it in the article per se. So
And a story lane is like a guided tour?
Yes, exactly. It's a guided tour. Yeah.
Okay. So people click there, and then they learn the solution.
Yeah, because you have different types of learning. Some people, it's when they hear, it's when they see, it's when they read. So we want to make sure that we are addressing all kinds of whatever suits you best. Sometimes to see is worth a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
But for some people, reading is how they learn.
And is it used a lot?
You would be surprised. We have a statistic that's from a support standpoint that I would say at this moment for the past 2 years, 98% of the requests that we have on our chat is handled through articles.
Through self-service support.
So they go in and they find the article. Then
what is the number, let's say monthly, that people reach out to you guys?
I think we have about 3,900.
So around 4,000 requests, and then 98% is solved by
documentation.
Because you guys have great docs.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very scalable.
So that's almost almost more than a full-time job to keep track on all the features and
if there are job,
but if there's a new version, you need to update the articles. You need to get the screenshots. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but it's worth it because you invest the time you invest there. Later on, you won't have to. It will be worth your while. The customers will have the answer that they're looking for right at that moment that they need it.
Yeah. And do you believe in that people can call you, or how do they access the customer success team? They pick up the phone, or they how is that working?
How does that work? Well, I would tell you that most of the time people reach us via the chat, and when you actually start with PSOhub, we actually pair you with a customer success consultant that actually helps you throughout the implementation of the software.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's that's usually how the bond is made, if you will. So then, if you have a specific question, you either do it on the chat or you reach out via email.
So just to visualize a little bit for our listeners how that works at PSOhub. So you start your trial, right?
Yeah. So
then you land in the academy.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
There you can basically do self-service, onboarding,
at your own time,
at your own pace, at your own time.
Yeah.
And if you have a question, you can reach out.
Yes, via the chat.
And how much is that? Is that support contract? Is that service?
This is part of your subscription plan, basically.
So it's not billed by the hour.
No. So basically, when you start your trial,
that's pretty unique, right? That you don't have an SLA with a service level agreement where you have additional.
Yeah.
You pay for additional services to have access to
all of that
real
knowledge.
People, to academy, and so on.
Yeah.
So that's all included in the license fee.
Yeah, but I will tell you that when you start your trial and you're not paying at that moment.
No.
We are there already with the academy, with all the documentation, and on top of that, we have that first session that is also something that we just we give it to you. It's for free.
Oh, really?
And we actually sit down with you. We have a conversation
with a real person.
With a real person online, and then we talk about. All right, so we help you configure the system, so you can really have a good conversation with the software for 30 days because you've got the basis configured, and then you just go ahead and then you play with it. If you
do you guys have like predefined templates or something?
Yes, we do.
So you can have.
Yeah, you have a starting point naturally in PSOhub templates, and so that you can modify or create your own. So you can start with that, but the fact that we help you also in that 1 hour session with us free of charge, that gives you a good start, really a good start on how to work with the software and to bring you to all right, this is good, and you then after.
So the first session, onboarding session, so to speak, is free of charge.
Free of charge, and then when you start with the paid subscription, then we're still there. So depending on the plan you choose, it's between 2 extra or 3 extra free sessions. We want to make sure that you're happy. We want to make sure that you work well with the solution as well. So we are there for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what is the impact of AI in customer success? Is there a chatbot that is leveraging the knowledge base articles,
Yes.
or how does that work?
Yeah. So basically, based on when a customer asks a question, then the AI engine will look for keywords in the question, and will look into our knowledge base and bring over the related articles.
So the AI engine is as smart as the knowledge base.
Yeah, you could say that in a way. Yeah.
Yeah. So without the articles, the AI.
They don't nothing.
The AI don't know.
Correct. No, the AI. The AI then can look at the conversations.
Yeah, you can understand the natural language.
Correct.
But it's not that it can find the answer if the answer is not somewhere documented.
So if
right?
nobody has ever asked that question, then the AI doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So and that's exactly why the documentation is quite important.
Are people not if they start a chat and they see it's an AI thing that they think, okay, oh my God, this will never work, and I want to talk to a normal person or a real person? Or?
Yeah, but the real person comes right after the first question. So, it's not as if you have to...
you guys keep an eye on...
Yeah, absolutely. We're there. You have a first I wouldn't say filtering, but a first welcome that is actually there. But right after that, bang. Then
the AI is basically doing an association of the question with the knowledge base. Gives the answer, and then 98% apparently is then solved.
Yeah.
But if it will not be like an endless yes,
no, that you have a check A, check B. Yes.
But
No.
that's something that people really don't accept anymore. And
Because it's really that's
super annoying.
Yes. Even for me, sometimes when I go to different software, I'm looking for a question. I see that.
So how do you handle support if you are worldwide?
We have shifts.
So you have shifts all over the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's always somebody on the a human, real human,
somewhere that is there. Yeah,
this is there for you.
We're waiting for you to ask that question.
Okay. And you told a little bit about the onboarding. So after the first session, the first free session, then you have a couple of additional onboarding sessions.
Yes,
and that's billable. That you guys
so this is also part of the subscription. So when you start paying with the paid subscription, you are entitled to 2 to 3 additional free session.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. And after that, it doesn't happen often, but after that, if you do require additional support, then we do have you can buy hours, if you will.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then when you are live with the solution, then it all stops from there, or
no? Then it continues, of course, because we want to make sure that you. So first of all, we have different activities, if you will. That we have a very aggressive roadmap. So every 6 weeks or so, we have launched new releases or have service updates. So we email everybody with a newsletter announcing what's new, what's going on.
Yeah.
And on top of that, we also have what we call health check sessions. So we actually contact our clients and say, all right, let's talk. Let's see where you're at. Let's see what you've been using. Let's see do you have any new pain points that you want to share with us, and we can help you.
Are people using those health check sessions?
Yes, not always. It's very hard, I must say, because if you go back, I'm going to sound very old, but 20 years ago, online did not exist, so the relationship with the client was very different than it is today. You met the person, you were there in person. So when you knock at the door, you cannot ignore knocking on the door. Now online, it's a different story. I can send an email and I don't have any answer because
but you get so many emails.
Yeah,
also,
that's
right?
it exactly. Yeah. So that's why automated emails are good, but we make it very personal. So we have a contact and then we keep that contact. We try to nurture it as much as possible. Yeah. It's very important because that relationship is really what keeps you, in contact and what keeps the client also, I would say, happy with us.
So what is the what at the bottom line, right? What is the impact in your vision of a good customer success services team on the company, on a tech company? What is the impact?
I think happy customers that's what makes you successful as a software company, right?
Yes.
That's why they renew and they want to be with you. And then it's word of mouth, of course.
So it fights churn as well.
It completely. Yes, it's your number one tool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if I'm a little bit more on the commercial side, would it also basically has impact on upsell and cross-sell, upgrades, whatever?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And I think that the one thing that is important to mention here is that it also depends on how you do it. That's also key because you can have people that will try to, we really care. So our approach is really in the sense that, of course, it's nice that you do upsells, but our goal is really for the customer to be able to
be successful.
Yes, that's really the goal here. So when you feel
it's not like a sales conversation,
correct,
right? Because if it becomes a sales conversation, it's not genuine.
And then the customer feels it as well. Feels it. So we make sure that the people that are within the team are people that are customer success driven. So what they want is at the end of the call that they have with the customer, they want to have a smile on their face, really, literally.
And if it will be more like a sales conversation, then it goes to the sales department, right?
Yes.
And then you transfer, so you can keep the relationship very.
Yes. But I honestly would tell you that the rapport between the customers and our team is quite, if it's an upsells, we handle it as well in a way. Right? Because we know what they need and we talk about what they need. Yeah. And we suggest where they should go.
Yeah, I understand.
And there is a connection there as well. So
with the personal connection.
Yes, absolutely. Keep in mind that in some cases we have customers that we've known for 3 years.
Yeah.
So
that sounds in tech maybe very long, but in normal companies it's a very short time.
Yes,
right?
correct. But in tech, yes.
It's not that long.
No. But it's because we are online. It's important to mention that it does make a big difference.
Yeah.
It does.
And the impact of being online only, because that's what you guys are.
Yeah.
I think it's also important, something very simple, but that you always have your camera on, right? If you have a Teams conversation. No, but then you make it at least more personal.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, we don't have those closed screen. No, no. We want to talk to people. We know that the customer also wants to see us.
Yeah, okay. Right? They also find it strange if you not put the camera on.
Nah, we have the camera on, definitely. And I would say the people within the team or people that are, they're there for a reason, and it's for the customer, seriously. And again, it sounds tacky, but it is really how we feel. And we do have monthly, the whole team meets up, the whole organization meets up once a month. For the business update.
Face-to-face.
Face-to-face in our club villa in Bussum. And we share all kinds of good things that has happened. So everybody's aware of what's going on. The good things that has happened, also, the challenges that we meet, of course, that we face. But so everybody is aware of what's going on, and that's also important.
Yeah, and one last important, one of the last topics that I want to discuss a little bit on is how do you handle RFCs, right? Requests for change. Customers. If you have a close relationship with your customers, then you get a lot of feedback, right?
Yes.
This can be better, this can be nicer, whatever. But you also have your own strategy, your own roadmap.
Yeah. The way it works is
how do you make sure that basically your customers are not dictating your roadmap?
Yeah. Well, the first thing is that the conversation that we have when the RFC is brought up in a call is to make sure what's the use case. Why is it that you think that you need this, for example? And
that's a conversation you have with the customer.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So first thing that we do is make sure that the customer is aware of all the features of the software before asking for something that might already be there, or is that the right way of working?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just don't say yes to everything. That would be crazy, because then you have a crazy solution.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to have a vision in mind. You need to educate the client as well. But when it does make sense, and it does, because we do have, a roadmap where we do.
But the clients are not only crazy,
exactly.
right? So they have also.
They have all their good points. Absolutely.
Good points, hopefully, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then from there, then we ask them to log out those RFCs. So it goes through a process, and then those RFCs are reviewed once a month with a committee, if you will, the core team. And in there, we look at, okay, what it is that they're asking. Does that make sense? Yes or no? And then we decide if it does. And if it does, I would tell you that a lot of times
you're advocating for the customers.
We are.
As customer success. And then,
yes, we are. And I had one client in mind that...
And then the R&D guys are pushing back, and then somebody needs to make a final decision. Yeah.
But I would tell you that the R&D guys are not so bad. They're not. It's not a no. Absolutely not. It's quite, okay, so why do they need that? All right, that makes sense. All right, let me see how we can handle this, and then once it's approved, then we establish when.
The question behind the question is always very important to figure out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The why.
Yeah.
The why. Yeah. Yeah.
So after that process,
then we tell the client your RC has been approved.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then after that, then we look at our roadmap and we see when we plan it.
Exactly.
And
so
then we tell them,
and then that will be launched in a service update, and
Correct.
it will be a part of the new version.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the whole cycle starts again. It needs to be documented. And,
yes.
Everybody needs to be educated.
Yeah.
And
but to be honest, I've seen I have 4 years now. So of course, at the beginning, the product was not as mature as it is now.
Yeah.
So we had, I would tell you, more RFCs than we have now. And now what we have is really, and that's fantastic to see, is that we're looking into AI at this moment. So AI is reporting most of the time, right? You want to know what's going on from an AI perspective, one of the aspects, I would say.
If you want to, for example, do a Q&A with your own database or whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
So now we have our clients the requests now are more geared towards that exact same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's very, very nice to see that we are at the point where we are almost on the same page as our client as far as where we're at.
Yeah.
That's
but I think important is also, as a tech company, that you have also your own roadmap, your own vision.
You need to.
Because otherwise,
you're not going anywhere.
No.
You're going everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Because a lot of stuff that you guys are maybe also developing, maybe also on the AI stuff that nobody's really asking for today.
Correct.
Right? But there is a vision behind the product.
That is correct. And I would tell you that when we do talk to the clients about what's coming, and we have those meetings that we show the roadmap, that the clients are, sometimes the reaction is, oh, great, yes. And sometimes they don't really realize it until they see it.
Yeah.
And then when you say, this is what it would look like, then oh, wow, this is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to show also, not only just talk
absolutely.
about it.
Yeah. But that's always the case. You can only ask for stuff if you're also a little bit more familiar to it, right?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not that
yeah, but it's if it's too
the more you know, the less you know, right?
Yes. And if it's too theoretical, then visually they need to see what it is. So we had a meeting internally not so long ago about what we could do with AI, and I was floored. I said, "Oh my God, this is amazing! I cannot wait to show that to our clients."
Okay. So there's exciting stuff coming.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good to know. If we just sum it up, the impact of customer success for your tech company, basically, the main goal is happy clients, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do they do reviews or?
Yes, they do. Yeah. We ask them. Yeah.
You ask them to do reviews. Yeah,
of course.
it's a review. Yeah, it's a review economy now, almost, right?
Everywhere you go, huh? You know, can you please? Exactly. Yeah.
So and after each, let's say, incident or chat or support act, is there also like a loop of satisfaction tracking?
Yeah. So the conversations are rated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when what are your KPIs as a customer success director? If you need to report to your manager, what is he asking?
A different one. So you have churn, of course. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Why is it that the client leaves us? That's the first thing that we need to figure out. What happened?
So you fight churn?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. But sometimes it is what it is. Maybe the client has evolved and is going towards a different direction.
Yeah.
So that's something that you cannot, imposing.
You cannot always prevent.
No, you cannot force either. If it's
or
not
they are
fit.
bought by another company, and then you need to use SAP, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's also true.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Yeah.
I know the KPI is really the support, the chat. How fast do we answer the client, and how satisfied is the client?
Okay, so you guys are measuring.
Yes, we are. Time to respond.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is the time now?
At this moment, it's about a minute. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we want to go a little bit lower.
Yeah.
I want to go at 30 seconds at the most.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the goal here.
Yeah. That includes the reply of the chatbot, or no? That's before then, or?
Yeah, well, actually, that includes the reply of the bot. So I think that's why it will never go to 1 second, because the bot is always there first to say hi.
Yeah.
So
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's there's nothing worse
so
than
first thing is churn. Happy clients.
Happy clients. Yeah.
Satisfaction is measured on the chat,
on
right?
the chat. Yeah, by the conversation rating, and also by the how long it takes for us to answer that first conversation, and how long does it take to close a conversation as well.
Yeah. And there is no KPI on upsell or cross-sell?
No, not at this moment, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's not bad, because that keeps it very...
Yeah, it's not commercial.
It's a clean cut, right?
Yeah,
between sales and between farmers, so to speak, and hunters, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you. When we go, they're going to move from professional to enterprise. Yes, we're very happy about it.
Of course, because they're going to leverage more
features.
More features, yeah.
That's always nice.
And then the health check, just to be clear, that's also included in the subscription?
Yes. Yeah.
So you guys have no services revenue from that perspective?
The only services revenue we have would be when they want to buy additional hour pack. So
okay.
Yeah, so that's possible. And that does happen. We do have companies that are in multiple countries. So it's not a matter of just 10 users. It's more a matter of hundreds of users. So we want to be able to support them when they go live with us, right? But we don't, just be clear here, we're not the one, we're guiding, right? So it's guidance. So when we have a call with them, we give them, advice on how to do this, how to do that. We don't do it ourselves. They're the ones. They are driving.
Yeah, but it's their solution finally, right?
Yes, and it's their environment. So
you don't have boots on the ground. You don't.
No. The boots they are our boots on the ground.
The customer.
Yes. So that's why it's so important to have that good rapport. And
do you see a difference? Final question, and then we need to wrap it up. But do you see a difference between the maturity of the customers? Do you have customers that do the self-onboarding completely with the academy?
Yeah, we do, actually.
And you don't know them, more or less. And you have customers that really need much more guidance.
And you would think the size of the company matters, that, the bigger, the more demanding they are, but it is not true at all. We have little companies, 5 people, that are extremely, dependent on us helping them. And you have that 300 user guys that are just rolling with the boat, and they barely talk to us from that standpoint, because what we have already online is sufficient for them.
Yeah.
So
and the online stuff, is that role based as well, or
no? Everybody has access to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't.
But based on, let's say, I'm a project manager. I'm getting exposed to only the project management stuff?
You can choose, huh?
Oh,
you can choose.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to learn more, you can learn more.
Yeah. And to really sum it up now, so for you guys, customer success has to do with helping during the trial period.
Yes.
Give access to all the documentation in the academy
at all times. Yeah.
You have the chat support.
Yeah.
You can do also online support if necessary.
Yes.
To jump on a call.
That's very rare, but yes.
And then you have your onboarding services.
Yes.
And you have your health checks.
Yeah.
And that is all included in the subscription.
Yes. Yeah.
So the customer success team is like for PSOhub, is like a cost center.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But
besides the upsells, that brings a bit of revenue in there in our pack. But
and of course, if you don't have, if your churn is super low, then
it's worth it, right?
Then it's worth it, right?
Well, I think that's what keeps the churn low.
Yeah, and the main goal is whatever happens, happy customers.
Seriously,
it's like the mantra of the customer success team.
Really, yes. And if it's not a fit, it's not a fit.
Yeah. Okay, super clear. Now, thank you so much for coming to Amsterdam and to Vondelpark. And I think it's very, very useful insights how you guys are handling customer success. It's much more than support, and I think the impact for a tech company like PSOhub, but any tech company, it's very clear to me. And the question we have in the inbox is also a little bit about this.
Okay.
Tech Insider Inbox.
So, hi Tech Insider team. This is the inbox, guys. Hi Tech Insider team. We are a SaaS B2B company. We are focused on in the event industry. So they make an application for managing and scheduling events in the cloud as well. They are basically a startup, but they're growing fast. And the support is done by their developers. And I heard you guys are going to talk about customer success. Do you have any advice for me to go from just support by developers to a full customer success team? What is needed? What kind of roles? What do we need to do? How do we start? That's basically the question from, in this case, it's Juliette is the name.
Okay.
As always, I don't reveal the company name. So this is basically what we see in a lot of tech companies, right? They start, they're successful, they onboard customers, the developers. If there is an issue, give support, but they now want to really start building a customer success team.
Yeah.
So where do you start? What of things do you need to do?
Well, the first thing I think that you need to do is to make sure that you have documentation. That's the first thing.
Yes.
So that they can actually access to something.
And that documentation needs to be accessible, of course, to the clients as well, right?
No, but that's what I mean. You need to have documentation that is accessible for the client. You need to have, of course, a chat where the client
chat function
where the client can go and can access that documentation.
What kind of tool are you guys using for that?
With the chat, you mean the company that we're using?
And the documentation there's a tool, right? You're using?
Yeah, we're Intercom.
Intercom is the name. Okay.
Intercom.
Okay, so that's a good tip maybe to have a look at that.
Yeah, Intercom.
So create your documentation, have a chat function.
Yes, exactly.
That's where you start.
Yeah, and then you also want to have a human. Basically, that. Will
But what I see, of course, typically in those tech companies, those developers are not really the best people to create documentation, right?
That was my next point, because they're more,
So then it will be super technical, and it's not really.
You need somebody that knows how to write, of course, the guide.
And know the solution.
So
that's a hard job hard person to find, right?
Well, yes.
But it's not a developer.
No.
I think in this case you start with hiring somebody responsible for this and not keep it at the development team.
It needs to get out of there.
It needs to get out of there.
Yeah. But you need to have that front also. You need, for the developer to do their job, they need to be left alone, quote unquote.
Yes.
Right? So you need that person that will be between the developer and the client.
Okay.
Right. So that person will be in charge of let's say we just are one person.
Yeah.
So that person learns the system, of course, and then thinks about business processes, if you will. Right.
Yeah.
We're not talking about coding. We talk about how do I work with the system as a client,
as an end user.
As an end user, exactly. And then from there, you have your documentation that is there, and you put that person on the chat as well.
On live chat.
Yeah. Exactly. So if the person cannot find information via the documentation, then you have somebody that answers the question.
Yeah.
So the developers should not have to answer those questions. Most of the time, they should be business-related questions, right? And if it's a bug, for example, you want to, first of all, document it, make sure that is it really a bug or is it a user
Yeah.
misunderstanding of how this.
So you need to stop basically exposing the developers to the end user.
Correct, because that's not their job.
No.
No, you want them to
They
be...
are too expensive to give support, basically.
Yeah. I don't think it's in their nature either.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's a different profile.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I don't want to,
No, but they want to have... You want them to focus on what they're supposed to
If you are a really great developer, it's not always that you are a great person to communicate with the client, right?
No, you don't... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The answer can be shorter through a developer.
Yeah, a little bit direct, maybe.
A little bit direct, yes, exactly.
You want to sugarcoat it a little bit.
Yes, you do, actually, because you're talking to a person that is like, I wouldn't say in distress, but if the person is reaching out to you on the chat, that's because this person has,
So Juliette, stop with letting the developers be client-facing, doing support.
Yes, right now.
Doing the documentation, whatever they do, they need to develop,
yes,
right, and put a person in charge of all this stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's a great tip. And what about quality assurance? Is there something that is a part of customer success in your mind, or is something the part of the development team? So testing and making sure that stuff that's developed.
I think that the testing is, of course, part of it is the basic testing, if you will, if I can call it basic, is done by the developers. But after that, you need another pair of eyes.
Yeah.
That is outside
the development team.
Yes. Yeah. So that you don't have those conversations. No. You want to have somebody else that say, "Hey, how is that possible? That this is
exactly." Yeah.
That you cannot just brush away.
So this is a complete different podcast almost, right? Quality assurance. So we're not going to go there.
No.
But it's an important part.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Juliette starts to hiring somebody responsible for building up the knowledge base.
Let's start with that.
Start with that.
Yes.
Make sure that you have a chat function.
Yes.
And then go from there, basically.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that the developer will see the difference very soon.
I think the developer doesn't mind.
I think the developer will be happy.
Yeah. In my previous company, we had a developer, and we asked him one little question. He went completely bananas.
Yeah, but
because he was so focused.
Yes, exactly.
So this guy was, I wouldn't say getting aggressive, but it was dangerous to knock on his door. Hello.
Yeah, but honestly, if the developer is interrupted
all the
25
all the
times,
freaking time,
then I get it that he's going bananas. I would also.
Yeah, it's much more efficient that way.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
the cost you have on a customer success person, quote unquote, salary cost,
it's an investment.
We will pay back triple because of the efficiency of the development, and the client is more happy, and so on.
You'll keep your clients, and the new ones that are on trial period, they will buy in.
Yes, exactly.
We are known for our service.
A
level of our service at PSOhub.
And if you are a startup, you can start with a couple of freelancers, right? To help you document and help you write the stuff. And okay, great stuff. Thank you so much again,
thank you
Julie.
for having me. Thank you for having
Juliette, I hope this helped help to start with your first customer success agent to hire her or him. And I think the impact is very clear. You all guys, thank you so much for listening to Tech Insider this month. We're looking forward to have you next month. Wish you a great day. Toodaloo. Bye bye.
Ook een groot netwerk van ondernemers in de techwereld bereiken? Word een vriend van de show. Kijk voor de mogelijkheden op insiderpodcast.nl.